Did you catch the biggest Easter egg in the Runarounds pilot? No, I'm not talking about the tattoos or the cheesy graduation speech. I'm talking about the one detail that quietly ties the entire episode to a bigger legacy of teen drama storytelling, the hidden echo of Outer Banks. Charlie Cooper isn't just your average high school guitarist. He's been written as a shadow version of John B., a deliberate nod to Netflix's coastal teen phenomenon. Stick with me, because by the time we unravel all the hidden clues, you'll start to wonder whether this show is actually setting itself up as a meta-commentary on teen band dreams, coming-of-age clichés, and the eternal tug-of-war between passion and responsibility. Now let's rewind to the opening minutes. We're in Wilmington, North Carolina, which on the surface looks like your sun-drenched, all-American backdrop. But here's the Easter egg. Wilmington isn't just a random choice. This city has been the filming hub for countless teen dramas, Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, and even parts of Iron Man 3. The showrunners are practically winking at longtime TV fans, telling us, hey, you've been here before. This is sacred teen drama soil. It's not just geography, it's legacy. Think of it as the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but for small-town teen angst. Enter Charlie Cooper. 18, college acceptance letter in hand, but with guitar strings pulling harder than any admission envelope. On paper, he's the dreamer, the rebel, the boy next door with ambitions bigger than his suburban zip code. But here's where it gets clever. His band's name is Futhermucker. At first, it's just a silly, rebellious teen name. But look closer. It's a spoonerism, a playful mispronunciation of something unprintable. That's not accidental. It mirrors the band's identity, raw talent, badly polished, edgy but not quite there yet. It's an Easter egg for the band's future arc. They're constantly on the edge of greatness, but they trip over themselves, just like their name. Now let's talk about the crew. Neil, the singer and fellow guitarist. Laid back, stoner energy, charming with the ladies. He's the archetype we've seen in that 70s show's Hyde or even Fast Times at Ridgemont High's Jeff Spicoli. But here's the hidden layer. Neil's dreamer vibe is not just comic relief. In band dynamics, he's the ID, the impulsive side of creativity, the chaos that fuels inspiration. Compare him to Topher, the golf team captain, Princeton-bound thanks to his girlfriend Amanda's micromanaging. Topher isn't just the straight man, he's the ego, all order, ambition, structure. The Easter egg here? The writers are playing Freud with their characters. Every band member embodies a different piece of the psyche. Neil's ID, Topher's ego and Charlie? He's the superego, torn between passion and responsibility. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Speaking of Topher, did anyone else notice the irony? He's supposed to be this straight-laced golden boy, but his girlfriend Amanda is basically running his life like a PR agent. Easter egg hunters, look carefully. Amanda's control mirrors the classic Yoko Ono band breakup trope. It's foreshadowing. Topher's destiny isn't about golf or Princeton. His real battle will be about breaking free from external control. And if you want a cultural Easter egg, Amanda's whole character is basically Regina George with a college counselor's clipboard. Now Petey. Petey. The heart of the group but the weakest drummer in the room. He's the classic Michelangelo of the Ninja Turtles character. The goof, the wild card, the guy who throws parties but can't keep tempo. And yet, here's the Easter egg that casual viewers miss. Petey is the sacrificial lamb. He gets kicked out, tattooed with the band name in a moment of misguided loyalty, but instead of bitterness, he doubles down as their biggest fan. That tattoo isn't a gag, it's a visual Easter egg about the cost of dreams. Think about it. In every great band story, someone has to be left behind for the rest to rise. In That Thing You Do, it was the original drummer. In Almost Famous, it was William being excluded from the inner circle. Here, it's Petey. His tattoo is a permanent reminder that chasing the spotlight means leaving shadows behind. But let's pause and talk about Sophia, the valedictorian. She's the school nerd, the untouchable girl next door, the one Charlie has been crushing on forever. But when she goes off-script in her graduation speech, she delivers the show's most loaded Easter egg: write love songs to change the world. Now, that's not just teenage idealism. That's the thesis of the entire series. It's a direct callback to what Charlie once told her, but it also sets up the meta-theme. Music isn't just background noise here. It's destiny. It's revolution. The Easter egg is subtle. Her words aren't hers alone. They're Charlie's words, reframed and elevated. It's as if the show is telling us, pay attention to repetition, because echoes matter in this story. Now let's not gloss over Bez, the heckling drummer who turns into the band's savior. Did you notice how quickly he goes from antagonist to ally? That's not sloppy writing. It's intentional Easter egg territory. Bez represents the archetype of the gatekeeper, the character who tests the hero before joining the quest. Think Han Solo mocking Luke before signing up. Or Hagrid scaring Harry before showing him he's a wizard. Bez heckling the band isn't random, it's initiation. His eventual joining signals that the band has leveled up. And don't forget Wyatt, his anxious sidekick. The Easter egg in Wyatt's panic attack is this. He's the embodiment of stage fright, the living metaphor for the fears every artist battles. If Neil is the ID and Topher is the ego, Wyatt is anxiety personified. Together, the band isn't just a group of teens, they're literally an orchestra of human emotions. Here's another hidden gem, the graduation party sequence. On the surface, it's your typical teen show finale scene. Drinks, drama, romantic tension, and a band performance. But rewatch it closely. Each subplot mirrors a bigger theme. Amanda and Topher's fight? Control versus freedom. Wyatt's panic attack? Vulnerability versus performance. Petey's tattoo reveal? Loyalty versus rejection. And the band finally nailing their performance? Chaos versus harmony. The Easter egg is that the entire party is staged like a musical composition. Every note from the characters builds to the crescendo of the performance. It's not just writing, it's symphonic storytelling. Now, let me hit you with a pop culture Easter egg that you might not have noticed. When Sophia breaks from her scripted speech to talk about living a little, it's a direct callback to Ferris Bueller's famous line, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." That's deliberate intertextuality. The writers are borrowing from one of the most iconic graduation-themed movies to root their story in a tradition of teen rebellion narratives. It's the show's way of planting its flag, saying, we belong in this lineage. But of course, there's a meta Easter egg too. The review itself noted how Charlie looks and acts almost exactly like John B. from Outer Banks. That's not an accident. Teen dramas live and die by archetypes, and the Runarounds is self-aware enough to lean into it. Charlie isn't just a character, he's a mirror. He's a living Easter egg for viewers who binge teen dramas. Spotting him is like recognizing a hidden Mickey in Disney World. So where does this all lead? The Easter eggs in the pilot aren't just cute details. They're the DNA of the show. Wilmington as a setting is a nod to the past. The Freud-style band dynamics are a roadmap for internal conflicts. Sophia's speech is the thesis statement. Petey's tattoo is the cost of dreams. And Charlie's John B. resemblance? That's the show daring us to compare it to legends, to measure its worth against the giants. And here's the fun part. What Easter eggs did you spot that I missed? Did you catch the subtle foreshadowing in Amanda's controlling nature? Did you notice how Bez's heckle was less about Pete's drumming and more about calling out the band's lack of discipline? Or maybe you picked up on the symbolism of Wyatt's panic attack being timed right before their first successful performance. Fear always comes before growth. That's the joy of digging into hidden details. They're not just throwaway lines or props. They're the secret language between creators and viewers, the quiet nods that say, hey, you're part of the club if you notice this. And with the Runarounds, the club is just getting started. So don't just watch, hunt. Because if the pilot packed this many Easter eggs, imagine what's waiting in the rest of the season. Drop your discoveries in the comments, because half the fun is trading notes. And who knows? Maybe your Easter egg will be the one everyone else missed.